You know, in my time as a radio and television presenter, I've come across many stories of human interest. And naturally, the ones that have the most impact are those that relate to your own family. The story you're about to see is no exception. And I have to tell you that 2 of my own children have asthma, but we try to do our best to see that their lives haven't been affected. And parents can encourage their children to have just as active a life as those of their friends. And you know, the same goes for most people with asthma. You know, I recently heard about some people whose lives might have been very different had they not had a really positive approach to their asthma. All their stories are real, and they're not actors. Now, these people set themselves a challenge to prove that their lives need not be changed by their condition. But they had a very clear focus on their goal, and they were literally aiming high. Well, let's watch what happened. But while we're watching, think about your own asthma and what you would like to achieve.
No reason for it.
Oh, we're trying out the boots.
Oh, Jane's putting her boots on.
They don't suit my colour.
Sorry? No.
These boots are quite nice.
They're made for walking.
Ben Carruthers is a student. His asthma was diagnosed only 3 years ago. At school, he had a passion for sport, but he was afraid he'd have to give it all up when he was told he had asthma. Brian Meek, a little older than the others, is 42 and a maintenance carpenter at a school in Oxford. But before that, he was in the army for some 16 years. Although he always knew that there was something wrong, his asthma was only spotted when he left the army. Now, with his regular treatment, he has a whole new lease of life. Then there's Monica Tetterson. She's known about her asthma since she was 15, and at first had to go into hospital several times because of it. Now she takes more regular treatment and is much better. But she was so interested in the subject that she became a nurse and now specializes in asthma care. She joined the others in a challenge, which was to walk up Snowdon. But our story is also about Michelle and her friend Jane. Michelle has asthma too, but she doesn't like taking medicines, and she's reluctant to see her doctor regularly. For her, the challenge of the climb is more of a worry.
Oh, goodness, I nearly forgot. Where is it? You can do yours.
No, I'm going to use my blue one tomorrow.
Oh, come on, you're supposed to.
I don't like it.
Oh, you're a wally, you are.
No, I don't like it.
Come on, then. Come on, it's time we went to bed. Hurry up.
Am I put that in the bag?
Yeah, okay. Hurry up. I'm really tired.
Gosh, it's windy out there. I know what you think it's going to be like up on the mountain.
Well, it's going to be very windy up on top of the mountain today.
Right, I'll put an extra jumper on there.
Well, I don't reckon I'm going to be able to make it up the mountain because one of you kept me awake last night with your coffee.
Yes, I had that as well. It was somebody who's sleeping underneath me. It was me.
Was it really you? Did you really cough all night like that? Do you do that often?
Nearly every night.
Why haven't you done something about it? It's not only a cough.
It is.
It isn't. It's absolutely classic. It's your asthma.
So you think it's linked to asthma?
Of course it is, my love. Has no one ever told you that?
No.
Look, you've got to get yourself to that doctor when we get home, all right?
Being a nurse, Monica sees many people who don't recognize common symptoms, such as coughing at night or getting out of breath more quickly, as being caused by their asthma. Michelle had already got herself a sensible jacket, but they all decided to go and check out the latest walking gear.
Bad these jackets, aren't they?
Lovely. I just don't know which one to choose. There's so many colours. Terrific.
You think Michelle's going to be all right today?
Well, I'm a bit worried about it, to be honest with you. Last night in the bathroom, she wasn't using her brown inhaler, her preventer. It's really important that she does, and she just admitted to not using it.
You think she'll make it up to the top, then?
I really don't think so. I mean, it is important for somebody like Michelle. And what it does is actually cuts down on your mucus and your swelling in your tubes. It actually allows you to breathe.
Yeah.
And you don't need to keep using the other one all the time. And she was coughing as well. I really am worried about her, but she's her own worst enemy.
Just one other thing, Monica. Why do you need the preventer even if you're feeling all right?
Well, not only does it actually keep your symptoms at bay, but also in the long run it may actually help to keep your lungs healthy. So it's obviously a good idea. This is great.
Nice
Look at
and
this.
nice.
I think it's going to be amazing. Oh, we get blown off, aren't we?
Shouldn't be too bad.
Oh, you've got one of those.
Yes, the nurse found I wasn't taking the aerosol properly, so she put me onto this one. I didn't even know I was taking it wrong.
It's amazing. Loads of people have aerosols. They're really difficult to use,
Yeah,
you know.
I didn't even know I was doing it wrong.
So you went to the asthma clinic, did you?
Yes, I went to the asthma clinic, yeah.
Oh, I think that's where she ought to go.
I think so too, I agree there.
Yeah. Come on then, let's get up that mountain.
Brian is a fine example of someone whose life was affected by his asthma and without him realizing it. Other people live with the symptoms of asthma, such as chest tightness, coughing, wheezing, or being out of breath, mistakenly believing that nothing more can be done for them. But experts now believe that people with asthma should have certain goals. Now, firstly, you should aim to be free of symptoms. And secondly, you shouldn't have to restrict your activities because of your asthma. If you suffer symptoms or if you feel you're missing out somewhere, then a visit to your doctor may be all that's required. The team had decided to climb the mountain by the route known as the Miners' Track, called after the slate miners who used it for their work. Now, the Miners' Track starts easily enough, but even so, Michelle was having problems.
Are you struggling? Yeah, a bit. Why did you use your papa last night? You're absolutely right. You really are. I don't think you ever made it work. Of course it works.
Blimey, group.
You all right, Michelle?
Yeah, I just feel a bit puffed.
Struggling.
Do you mind if I go back?
No. What's
I'm going to go back. I don't feel like going.
Hang on a minute, lads.
You come with me.
See you later.
Yeah.
Take care. Bye. Bye. Hang on.
It was a great shame that Michelle had to turn back, but as we'll see, she wasn't completely defeated. Ben, Monica and Brian use their brown inhalers regularly, and because of this rarely need to use their blue ones. Naturally, some people don't like using too many medicines, but there's no need to worry about this with inhalers. They use very little of the medicine because it gets right to where it's needed, the lungs. But whatever you need, blue or brown inhalers, or indeed one of the newer ones, if you see your doctor regularly, you can make sure that you receive the most appropriate treatment. Monica, Brian and Ben see their doctors for regular checkups because they know their asthma can vary. On the other hand, Michelle hasn't been to see her doctor for ages. Like a lot of people, she pretends to herself and others that her asthma isn't as bad as it really is. Her friend Jane knows this only too well.
How are you feeling now?
I'm all right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Shame we didn't get to the top then, eh?
Next time.
Same as when we was mountain biking.
Yeah, but you just can't judge it. I mean, when you feel all right, you feel all right. Then when you do something, you don't realise you're going to get
Yeah,
bad.
but you
So-
always say you're okay, and then you don't take your inhaler, and then halfway up you get there, and you get puffed out, and then we can't carry on.
I know.
It's all right though. We'll have another go in
yeah.
a couple of months.
It's say you didn't get to the top.
Well, it's a bit of a shame we didn't make it, but
Have to
it
come
doesn't
again and
matter,
do
does
it.
Eh?
Have to come again and do it.
That's...
I need this. drink?
Yes, please.
That's right, mate. Thanks.
You're right.
So how long have you been asthmatic then?
I was diagnosed about 18 months ago.
When I was in the army, I was a lot slower than the rest of the people. But when I actually found I was diagnosed, I could run a little bit better, and I wasn't so slow as I used to be.
Yeah, well, I'm normally a sprinter. I also do a lot of cycling. So.
When you diagnosed, did you find you could do more once you've been taking your medication?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So.
How often do you take your inhalers?
I take mine twice a day, morning and evening.
Yeah, it's the same with me. Do you take the other
brown ones, and then the blue ones
when you need
I
it.
need it.
Yeah. What about you, then, Monica?
Well, I got found out when I was about 15, but I reckon I must have had it for years because I was always last on sports day and couldn't get in the netball team, and then suddenly I was quite poorly, but after I got sorted out, I found that I could do just the same as everybody else. So, I mean, I couldn't have done this.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, very true.
What should we do this afternoon? What do you fancy doing?
Well, how do you feel? Do you feel okay now?
I'm all right now, yeah. I'm not so bad. Is that the railway?
The railway?
To Snowdon? Should we go up it?
We can go on the train. We can
Oh,
go
that'll
from
be
England
brilliant.
on
At least
the
we'll be able to
train,
get to the
that'd be
top.
brilliant. Oh, let's call in now and have a see if there's anyone in there that can get a
I hope
train.
it's open.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Okay, the journey today will take us about an hour and a half because we're not running to the top. We're only running 3/4 of the way. That is because there's engineering work higher up. So it'll be about half an hour, an hour and a half.
Okay.
Get back down.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hang on, Ben.
Why don't you use a aerosol inhaler?
Find that easier.
All right.
Right.
Here we go.
Oh, look, isn't it lovely? Oh, quick,
I'll have to get a picture of that. You're going to be really surprised
I
when you
know,
see
when
us.
we get up there, it's going to be great. They're not going to be looking.
Can't wait to see the faces.
I know, they just won't think we're coming at all. It's going to be really great.
I knew I'd get to the top, so like.
Well, it was a terrific moment, and naturally our team felt it was quite an achievement to get to the summit. But that was nothing to do with their asthma. It would have been just as much an achievement for anyone else. And that's the point. With the right treatment, they are just like anyone else. But what about Michelle?
Are you sure you're all right? Yeah, I'm fine. Definitely want to do it?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Right, let's go then.
Thanks very much. Bye.
Quite a shame Michelle didn't make it.
Yeah, well, I think if she was better controlled, she might have more of a chance.
Yeah, she's going to be really disappointed, isn't she?
Yeah, never mind. She can do it next time.
You're going to do it again?
We'll be there soon.
Won't you be surprised when we get there?
Terrific, wasn't it, eh?
Yeah, it was pretty good fun, actually. Hey, look. Oh, no, it isn't. Oh, no.
Right.
How did you get here then?
Came on the train.
Right for some, innit?
How was it?
Cheap.
cold, windy.
Freezing. So you made the top
You
then?
made the top, yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. You would have loved it. You really would have done. It's a real shame you weren't up there.
Another time maybe.
Only if you know what to do, hey? What are you going to do?
Go to the doctor. Get the
you-
treatment sorted.
Great. You know, doctors and nurses are only there to help you. They're not going to tell you off. All right, they can really help you with your asthma.
It would have been nice to climb it.
Yeah, it would have been brilliant.
Really nice.
Get yourself sorted out next time. Way. Come on then.
Right, let's go down.
Well, 3 out of the 4 made it. Brian and Ben did incredibly well, and Michelle has promised to go along and see her doctor, and I'm sure she will. But what about Monica? Do you remember how she still needed to use her inhaler halfway up the mountain? Well, she did reach the summit, but I'm afraid not without a bit of a struggle. Now, she might have achieved her goals in the past, but she now needs a little more help, because asthma can change as time goes by. Now, these changes can be very subtle and so gradual that you may not even notice them. So are you like Monica or even Michelle? And what about your own goals? They may not be as ambitious as walking up Snowdon. Maybe it's just gardening or getting down to the shops. But if you aren't achieving them, or if you're getting asthma symptoms, then why don't you go along and see your doctor who may be able to help? And by the way, good luck.